Hi, year 12, how are we? Just wanted to start with this because this is what we've been studying lately. 3.1 business objectives and strategy, yeah. And we have been really focusing in on this section here, looking at corporate aims, objectives, mission statements, and sort of Porter, blah, 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 blah. You can read. This is all on your spec. If you wanted to double check it, the Edexcel spec, feel free to have a little look at that. I just wanted to talk you through sort of something to sort of tie up that unit, really. I've noticed that in some of your work, some of you are talking about these terms, strategy, tactics, and I want us to be really clear about what we mean by these key terms, okay? So, strategy, long term. Okay, we're talking long-term goals. We write our aims and objectives, but we're setting out our overarching aims and our mission statement. That's our strategy. Yeah, our tactics is how we achieve that strategy. Okay, short term is decision making on a day-to-day basis. Okay, it tends to be more reactive as opposed to proactive. Your strategy is more proactive. Okay, so just for you to think about those different terms. I think in real businesses, people use these terms interchangeably. Yeah, people talk about their aims, objectives, their tactics, their strategy, and they're all interchangeable. And loads of businesses do this. As business students, okay, studying the subject, we need to get the terminology right. Okay, and be really clear that we're talking about our strategy is our overarching aim. Our tactics is how we get there. I made this actually a bit of a visual aid to help you understand. So where are we now? Where do we want to get to? Okay, so for example, let's think of a business, and then hopefully this will make it, I don't know, a better example. If you think about, let's say, who am I? I'm Apple. Why wouldn't I be Apple? Okay. Where are we? Well, let's say, actually, I'm not going to give you a business because you can do this afterwards. But let's say I'm Hanley's Hotels. Yeah, I'm an economy range of hotels. I'm doing quite well till this whole hoo-ha. But I'm only second in the market. I'm not as successful as, say, Travelodge. Okay, so where do I want to be? I want to be the market leader. I want to be the go-to hotel for the economy traveller, say. Okay, so I then think about my strategy. So I think about Ansoff. I think about Porter. I think about my Boston Matrix. I think about, right, actually, I did have a couple of spa hotels, but they're not doing very well for me. They're my dogs. I'm going to kill them off. I'm going to invest in my stars, which are my real basic economy hotels. I'm going to go for a market penetration strategy. Okay, I'm going to sell more of the same things to the same market. Okay, I'm going to take a cost leadership strategy. Okay. And to make sure that I become, the most cost-effective hotel there is to stay at. Yeah, that's my strategy. I've set out my overarching, that's why I drew it over in the shape of an arch, yeah. My strategy is my overarching aims to be the market leader, yeah. Now, how am I going to achieve that? They're my tactics, yeah. Not tic-tacs, the tiny mints, yes. Different, okay. They're not going to help you achieve your strategy unless your strategy is to have bad teeth but fresh smelling breath, in which case tic-tac, 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 spot on. However, we're not talking about tic-tacs, we're talking about tactics. However, I challenge you to write tic-tac 3 times without questioning your sanity. Or saying it backwards or something. Anyway, I digress, as ever. Your tactics are things that you would do along the way to achieve your strategy. So it could be an advertising campaign. It could be reacting to the coronavirus. It could be employing some new people. All of these things are going to be your tactics that help you achieve that strategy. Okay? Hopefully that's cleared up some of the language that we've been using in this unit and just making sure that we're being clear on the right terminology. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to make sure you've got some notes being clear on this. okay? And just knowing which is which, okay? Because definitely in business, it would be nice if more people in business use the right term. It would also be nice in an exam if you use the right term, because that's really going to help you. So, 2 reasons to learn the difference, please. And what we'll do then is we're going to, that takes us to the end of 3.1.2. I'm going to attach a task to Firefly with this video, which is just a sort of corporate strategy worksheet, just to check your knowledge is okay. And you can ping that back to me, and I can have a read through and just check to see if there's any areas where people aren't sure. And then after half term, we can move on to 3.1.3 and start with SWOT analysis. So, just to be really clear, there are a few of you, not many actually, there's only a few of you, but a few of you have got some tasks that you need to go back and have another look at, redo, or maybe just hand in because it didn't submit on Firefly, whatever. That needs to be your priority after this work here, okay? If you are fully up to date and I haven't sent you work to redo or redraft or resubmit, brilliant, then I would like you to, well, it's Mental Health Awareness Week, so I'm very aware that some people are quite stressed, so perhaps you need some time for your other subjects or Mrs. Perry's part of the course. You know, I want you to have some flexibility in your time this week to do what you need to do, okay? If you need something else to do, okay, so say you're up to date with everything, you're up to date with all your other subjects and you're absolutely fine, you're smashing it, I'd like you to do some revision, please. At some point after half term, you know, we will need to start thinking back to our Unit 2 stuff. So the more we do that on a regular basis on our own, without me having to tell you, the more you will find the constant revision process easier as we move into year 13, all right? So you need to get in the habit of doing it without me telling you, but, you know, things are on lockdown. Let's be generous and kind. I'm going to remind you, okay? You should be revising. I think we've done quite a lot now, so I think when you're looking back over your notes at 2.1, 2.2, all of that, you should actually finding it all quite familiar now, and it should be the sort of 3rd, 4th, 5th time you're going over these topics. So actually, you know, it should be quite a nice thing for you to be doing now. But it does need to be continual, and it does need to, you need to keep revisiting it, yeah, so that you remember it all and it just becomes part of something you know as opposed to something that you vaguely have learnt once, okay? Email me if you've got any questions at all. But this week, the bare minimum I want back is the worksheet attached to this task, plus some notes, okay? The rest is individual. Okay, and if you need more guidance, I want you to email me, please, to get that guidance on what to do next. All right. Over half term, please do have a break. Okay, I don't know if some of you have been having any days off, or whether you've been trying to work, fit in part-time jobs. You know, I'm not quite sure how it's all panning out. Some people are probably taking too much time off, and some people are working too hard. It's always the way. But please work out. I think I've just dropped a ring, and I really don't want to run over it with my chair. Oh, I found it. Yay! So it's about finding that balance, isn't it? So please try and find that balance again. If you want more guidance, give me an email. Yeah, I think that's about everything. I will be back in touch after the half term with more delightful learning about, you know, business objectives, strategy. What else are we going to look at? Ooh, how to grow as a business, and then some really juicy stuff after that. Right, signing out this side of half term. See you in June. June, we've been doing this for so long. It's gonna be June. Okay, email me if you need to. I'm gonna go and have a little freak out. I'm joking, I'm fine. Am I though? No, I am, I'm really fine. Watch my little message I sent out, by the way, about my garden. I did that earlier. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and stroke my plant. Bye.